Hey guys! So I thought I'd jump on and give you guys a Shane update. It's been a crazy couple weeks. So you'll notice I'm in surgical scrubs. Shaney and I just stopped at the hospital. We're waiting at Walgreens right now for a prescription, but we were at the hospital. He puked all over me. It was just mucus. So this morning, let me start at the beginning. Last Friday, we introduced puffs for the first time. It went okay. He just didn't like them. And then Saturday morning, he woke up. Sorry, this is driving me crazy. Last Saturday, he woke up with a double eye infection. So we went to immediate care. They gave him antibiotic drops. They said his ears looked fine. He was good. So we, went about our business all week. He's been getting eye drops 3 or 4 times a day. The end. He had puffs one other time, I think it was Wednesday, and then I gave him a little bit yesterday. Yesterday when I gave him a puff, he choked a little bit and projectile vomited. So I thought that's all it was. He just choked. He's fine. So this morning, I was doing my workout in my room, and I heard Shane fussing. Like, he has been so fussy, and he's just not a fussy baby. So, unless something's wrong, and then he just doesn't stop. But Alex brought him in, and he was just wearing a diaper, and he said, well, I think maybe he was hot. Well, I touched him. That baby was on fire. So I said, go get me a thermometer. So he had a fever. It was low grade. It was 99.8. So I looked at him, though, since he didn't have clothes on, and I'm like, when did he get this rash on his belly? His whole torso was covered in a rash. And then I flipped him over, and it had spread to his back. Well, within minutes, it had spread to his arms and legs, and then a few minutes after that, it spread to his face. And he has these nasty patches on his face. He's always had some eczema, but these are like gross and yellow. Like, it almost looks like herpes, not even lying. So he also has those on his butt. And I'm like, geez. He had diarrhea all week, and he had some blistering, like, diaper rash, but this is exactly what's on his face. So I started getting a little concerned, and I was on the phone with my sister, and I showed her, we hit FaceTime, and I showed her the rash on his chest and told her, he has a fever. And she said, call his doctor, because, she said, does he have measles? Because measles can start with pink eye and diarrhea. So he had those symptoms, and then the fever, and then head to toe rash. So the doctor called back. I called the on-call doctor at his doctor's office, and they called back and asked me if I vaccinate. It's your office. Yeah, I do. So they're like, okay, well, I need you to take him to the emergency room since he's too young to get his MMR, and he hasn't had that vaccine. So mommy's freaking out. My mom met me at the hospital. It was just me and Shane going. Alex stayed home with Justin. So my mom met me up there, and come to find out, my baby's been fussy because he has a double ear infection. So I feel awful for not knowing and, giving him Tylenol to make him feel better. I feel like a horrible mother. We're still on antibiotic drops for his eyes because they're still kind of goopy and red. And then the rash, they said the all over rash is non-specific. It could just be viral. He was exposed to RSV in his class a week and a half ago, and even though we're getting the shots and he's had it before, he can get it again. So we think maybe he has a mild, RSV again, because he's been wheezing really bad and he's very mucusy. They deep suctioned him at the hospital today. But you guys, I was terrified that my son had measles because the only symptom he was missing was the Koplik spots, which are the white spots in his mouth. That was the only symptom he was missing. So it makes me, this is going to be me probably getting in trouble for saying this, but anti-vaxxers drive me crazy. I should not have to worry that my son could have measles because he's too young to get his vaccine when that disease was eradicated from the United States years ago, and now it's back because people think they know more than doctors and science. And it made me so angry to know that, my poor kid is sick, and, there's nothing I can do about it. He's just too young, and there are people who choose not to vaccinate their kids and protect them from deadly diseases. So I don't know, it's very stressful. I was very happy when they said it doesn't look like measles. It looks non-specific. It could be a bunch of things. It's definitely viral, and he has a fever. and his fever spiked to 102.5. He gave him ibuprofen. He was actually able to take a nap after the ibuprofen because I guess he just, his ears weren't hurting or anything after that. So that was good. But it stresses me out, you guys, to think that, I don't know, that people could be so irresponsible. And that's how I look at it. That's irresponsible parenting. That's being an irresponsible human to put other people's lives at risk. But anyway, turned out not to be measles, so been thanking God over and over again. And we're waiting on his antibiotics for the ear infections. She said the left one was really, really bad. So that sucks. I don't know, you guys. My poor little dude. It's like every time I get him well, he just gets sick again, and it makes me so sad. He's such a good boy. He's the best baby, and he's just miserable. So hopefully this clears up quickly. Hopefully we have 2 more days after today of eye drops. Hopefully that infection goes away. And hopefully, if it is a touch of RSV or whatever other virus he was fighting off that's causing this rash, hopefully that goes away. Hopefully that's not too much for his little system to handle. But my poor little dude, I just want to snuggle him. So that's what we're going to do. But I just wanted to, let you guys know, life with a preemie, their immune systems suck. Their immune systems just suck. And, he catches everything. And my family thinks I'm nuts. I have an aunt and uncle who don't vaccinate their child. And they drive me absolutely crazy with that crap. Like I said, I think it's irresponsible. But family get-togethers and stuff are a challenge because measles stays in the air for 2 hours. So, like, if they went to a party and then we went 2 hours later, that wouldn't work. So, I don't know. It irritates the crap out of me. But, I don't even know where I was going with this. It just irritates me that, my baby's just too young to be vaccinated for the MMR, and then there's other people who just, I don't know. I just don't get it. And it irritates me. So, I don't mean to offend anybody. If it does, you're irresponsible. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, so I'm hoping to get my little preemie baby, hoping to get him good and strong. We're working on it, you guys. We're working on it. Today has been emotionally stressful, so I'm going to go to my sister's and eat some tacos.